Jehoahaz, son of Jehu, became king over Israel and Samaria. This was during the 23rd year that Joash, son of Ahaziah, was king in Judah. Jehoahaz ruled 17 years. Jehoahaz did what the Lord considered wrong. Like Jeroboam, son of Nebat, he committed sins that also caused the people of Israel to sin, and he never stopped doing those things. Then the Lord was angry with Israel. He let King Hazael of Aram and Hazael's son Ben-Hadad gain control of Israel. Then Jehoahaz begged the Lord to help them. The Lord listened to him because he had seen the terrible troubles that the king of Aram had caused the Israelites. So the Lord sent a man to save Israel. The Israelites were free from the Arameans, so the Israelites went to their own homes as they did before. But the Israelites still did not stop committing the sins of the family of Jeroboam that caused Israel to sin. The Israelites continued committing the sins of Jeroboam. They also kept the Asherah poles in Samaria. The king of Aram defeated Jehoahaz's army and destroyed most of the men in the army. He left only 50 horse soldiers, 10 chariots, and 10,000 foot soldiers. Jehoahaz's soldiers were like chaff blown away by the wind at the time of threshing. All the great things that Jehoahaz did are written in the book, the history of the kings of Israel. Jehoahaz died and was buried with his ancestors. The people buried Jehoahaz in Samaria. His son Jehoash became the new king after him. Jehoash, son of Jehoahaz, became king over Israel and Samaria. This was during the 37th year that Joash was king of Judah. Jehoash ruled Israel for 16 years. He did what the Lord said was wrong. He did not stop committing the sins of Jeroboam, son of Nebat, who caused Israel to sin. Jehoash continued to commit those sins. Hazael was the king of Aram. He went to fight against the city of Gath and defeated it. Then he made plans to go fight against Jerusalem. Joash and his ancestors, Jehoshaphat, Jehoram, and Ahaziah, had all been kings of Judah. They had given many things to the Lord that were kept in his temple. Joash gathered all these things and all the gold that was stored in the temple and in his palace. He sent all this treasure to King Hazael of Aram, who then commanded his army to leave Jerusalem. All the great things that Joash did are written in the book, the history of the kings of Judah. Joash's officers made plans against him. They killed Joash at the house of Millo on the road that goes down to Selah. Jozabad son of Shimeath and Jehozabad son of Shomer were Joash's officers. These men killed Joash. The people buried Joash with his ancestors in the city of David. His son Amaziah became the new king after him. At the end of the year, the Aramean army came against Joash. They attacked Judah and Jerusalem and killed all the leaders of the people. They sent all the valuable things to the king of Damascus. The Aramean army came with only a small group of men, but the Lord let them defeat the much larger army of Judah. This was a punishment for Joash because the people of Judah had left the Lord, the God their ancestors worshipped. When the Arameans left Joash, he was badly wounded. His own servants made plans against him. They did this because Joash killed Zechariah, the son of Jehoiada the priest. The servants killed Joash on his own bed. After he died, the people buried him in the city of David, but not in the place where the kings are buried. These are the servants who made plans against Joash: Zabad and Jehozabad. Zabad's mother was Shimeath, a woman from Ammon, and Jehozabad's mother was Shimerith from Moab. The story about Joash's sons, the great prophecies against him, and how he rebuilt God's temple are written in the book, Commentary on the Kings. Joash's son Amaziah became the new king after him. Elisha became sick, and later he died from this sickness. King Jehoash of Israel went to visit Elisha. Jehoash cried for him and said, "My father, my father! Is it time for the chariot of Israel and its horses?" Elisha said to Jehoash, "Take a bow and some arrows." Jehoash took a bow and some arrows. Then Elisha said to the king of Israel, "Put your hand on the bow." Jehoash put his hand on the bow. Then Elisha put his hands on the king's hands. Elisha said, "Open the east window." Jehoash opened the window. Then Elisha said, "Shoot." Jehoash shot. Then Elisha said, "This is the Lord's arrow of victory over Aram. You will defeat the Arameans at Aphek until you destroy them." Elisha said, "Take the arrows." Jehoash took the arrows. Then Elisha said to him, "Hit on the ground." Jehoash hit the ground 3 times, then he stopped. The man of God was angry with Joash. Elisha said, "You should have hit 5 or 6 times. Then you would have defeated Aram until you destroyed it. But now you will defeat Aram only 3 times. Elisha died, and the people buried him. One time in the spring, a group of Moabite soldiers came to fight against Israel. Some Israelites were burying a dead man when they saw that group of soldiers. The Israelites quickly threw the dead man into Elisha's grave. As soon as the dead man touched the bones of Elisha, he came back to life and stood up on his feet. During all the days that Jehoahaz ruled, King Hazael of Aram caused trouble to Israel. But the Lord was kind to the Israelites. He had mercy and showed his care for them because of his agreement with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He did not want them to be destroyed. He has never completely left them. King Hazael of Aram died, and Ben-Hadad became the new king after him. Before he died, Hazael had taken some cities in war from Jehoahaz, Jehoash's father. But now Jehoash took back these cities from Hazael's son Ben-Hadad. Jehoash defeated Ben-Hadad 3 times and took back the cities of Israel.